Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I hope today is finding you well. It is, what is it? It's hump day. Yay, hump day. Hooray. So, let's check everything out here real quick. My Twitch looks like it's doing well here. Uh, so got everything looks good there. Everything looks good there on my morning muses. I have 252 subscribers. Thank you guys very much for that. Oh crud. I lost the poll. Let me redo the poll here. I like this flavor of jelly bean best. We have licorice. We have cinnamon. We have root beer. And we have cherry. So that is our poll. I like this flavor of jelly bean best. And these are in the top 5 flavors of jelly beans. The other flavor was a buttered popcorn, if you believe it or not, was in the top 5 flavors of jelly beans that people like. I think that was rather interesting. So I am going to like myself because you need to like yourself. And then I'm going to share this over to the Twixverse and the Threadosphere here. So we are going to put I'm alive. Let me put my so we have it posted in the Twixverse. There we go. And let's see. I'm sorry, I got involved in this video of a duck being, I don't know, attempted to be eaten by a snake, but then someone saved it. Sorry, I got a little squirreled there for a moment. Sorry about that. They were showing the post and I couldn't figure out what it was, and it was like, oh, so okay, I believe I got it posted here. So I think everything is good. So we are ready to check out the comments and the people that are here today. First off, we have a Snorter Poopus that sent it. Put a comment in at 8:38 this morning. The bear woke up feeling exhausted and returned to the snooze bag. I'll see every human if I wake up on time. And then we have Fallout Dave saying, "Hello, Snorter Poopus. I finally have a morning off from work. A nap sounds good to me too. Well, I'm going to take a nap after the show. I will guarantee you that." And at 9:37, he has awoken. Snorter Poopus Computer says, "Hello, humans and other critters." And Mrs. Deadman as well. Hello to you. He crawls into the chat and flops on the floor. I think that's the best way to do it. And we have Sci-Fi Mombi saying hello to people and hellos back and forth. And we have Rachel the Rabbit saying, hello, everyone. Hello, Rachel. How are you today? We have Stream Elements on the Twitch side. And Dave says, hey, Mrs. Dadman, I get to watch the show today. Finally off work. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm glad that you can watch the show today. And Snort Pooper says to Rachel the Rabbit, hello, are you a furry dragon perchance? Um, and Subi720 says, hello, y'all. Hello, how are you doing this morning? I hope your morning is finding you well. And I hope you get a lot of eggs from the chickens this morning. As Snorter Poopus goes, jelly beans, yucky. So you do not have to participate in the poll then, Snorter Poopus. And Rachel says, "No, I'm scared of dragons and apparently talking bears as well." And to Rachel, he snuffles, "I'm mostly harmless." And we have Curtis Selby. "Morning, folks. At work, super busy. Just leaving a like, a comment, and leaving on in the background." Well, thank you so much, Curtis, for that. I really, really appreciate that. We have Theme Park Casual. "Hey, kids. Hey, Theme Park. And congratulations on chalk walk. Amazing, amazing amount that you raised. It was really cool to be able to participate in that in any way. So, congratulations on that. And I hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Yes, yes, I did squirrel a little bit. It was, I get these like nature videos on Twix, and this one it showed. I couldn't figure out what it was, um, and this man was pulling out a duck out from underneath his car, and I was looking and trying to figure out what it was. I thought maybe it was wrapped up in tape. It was a snake. A snake was wrapped up around it and was I think wanting to have it for dinner, but he took the snake off of it and the duck went away. But I was a little, I got engrossed in it. And Rachel says the snorter poop is, "Yeah, you say you're relatively harmless until you get into eating range." And theme park, just stopping by for a bit before I have to get to work. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for that. And we have hellos and hellos, and we have, whoops, not that one. We have this one. "Penny, hello to you. I hope you're doing well." And then we have hellos. And follow says, "A snake for dinner tastes like chicken." No, the snake was trying to have a duck for dinner. It didn't work that time. So welcome everybody here. I have right now 9 people watching. I have 252 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. Like Dadman goes, 248 to monetization. That's going to be a while, guys. It's going to be a while, but I appreciate each and every one of you that has subscribed. Now we're going to do one promo. It's for a show tonight that Dadman is doing over on his channel. It's at the movies with Star Trek. The Watch of Khan is the movie that they're watching. Now there's a story behind this. Dadman watched the movie once before, and he made a comment that it just was kind of, oh, nothing great. He wasn't that impressed with it. But so he got the wrath of the Star Trek community upon him. So he said, "No, well, let's watch it again and we'll talk about it." So tonight, with Daisy Blossom at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, The Wrath of Khan, meh or yay? You got to watch tonight to find out what Dadman thought of the second viewing of Star Trek The Wrath of Khan. And there's a link there. You want to go over there and hit the notification button at DadmanWalking55. So, yeah, that's all the promotions that we have today. Um, so, I guess it is time for puzzles. I know, I'm sorry. It's puzzle time, everybody. Da 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 da. Puzzle time. There we go. Let's remove the banner so that you can see the bottom screen. Okay, and I'm going to take a drink of water. Very, very good. Refreshing. Everybody, please stay hydrated. I used to drink a lot more soda. Um, and I tell you, since I've started drinking water, it has made such a big difference. Um, so drink water, everybody. I know it's in the morning. Some people have coffee, and that's okay. But make sure you get your water in also. Um, we'll check out our poll here real quick. I like this flavor of jelly bean best. A root beer is in first. cinnamon is second, and cherry is third. Licorice has no love at the moment. So we are doing pretty good there. So, okie doke, here we go. Puzzle time. Let's see how my brain's working this morning because I'm exhausted. We're going to do ADIEU. Adieu. There is a U in this. It's not at the end though. So Poopa says I have my bottle of Zephyr Hill spring water as we speak. Very good. I bought I bought I do not like our water that comes out of the tap. Ugh. One year, I don't know, we were somewhere. I think I homeschooled my kids, so we probably were at a homeschool convention. And when you go to homeschool conventions, they don't just sell books. They have things like, uh, we had um, this place called Brewbaker's, who sells uh, wheat grinders, grain mills, and things like that. And you know, things like that because they think a lot of the essential oils because I think a lot of the people that homeschool are, into all that stuff. Some are, some aren't. Um, but they had a Berkey water filter for sale, and whenever we go on vacation or on trips, it's kind of like we have permission to buy stuff that we don't normally do. So I'm like, oh, I really want one of those, and so we bought it. And I love it. It works absolutely fantastic filtering out the water. And it allows me to drink it. And hello, Bro Goo. I hope you are doing well this morning. Hello, hello. So we have a U, but we don't know what word it could be. So let's try Pouts. Outs. And the OU, but it is not in that spot. Soda Poops, I've never been fond of coffee, so my caffeine comes from RC Cola or sweet iced tea. I do like I am from the South. I do like a good cup of sweet iced tea or lemonade. Lemonade. We have Max Redstone. Guess who's back? Back again. Redstone's back. Tell a friend. Friends, Max Redstone is in the house. I hope your morning is finding you well, Max. So we have an OU. It's not in the second or third spot. So let's see. Let's try. I was going to do cloud, but that won't work. So OU. Ooh, how about flower? FLOUR. Flower. Hey, Sashi. Oh, Sashi says I'm late. Neighbor's cat had kittens in my compound. Got a box prepared for her. Greetings, everyone. Well, I am so glad you're here at 10:30 p.m. in your neck of the woods, which is Malaysia. Bring me, send me a kitty. I want a kitten so bad. I got to get my room. I want to have a studio cat where it's in my studio. Ah, hence the name, right? But I got to get my studio all fixed up first before I can get myself a studio cat. It's sort of Poopus Cuber says the Redstone rocket has launched. Yes. So let's see if it is flower. It is not flower. Okay. What could maybe the OU don't go together? How about unbox? Unbox. Okay, there's a B. I have no idea what this word is. You guys have any idea? So she's not sure I can get a passport for the kid to send to you. Probably not. Oh, what color are they? Ugh boom. I wish there's the U cannot the U has to be in the second spot. So blank U blank blank blank. So it's probably and the the O was either in the first or the second spot. Could it be O-U yeah, I'm gonna give it a one more chance. One is orange and one black with orange highlights. Oh, those sound so pretty. I had an orange cat. Its name was Hardy. I found it in the middle of the road. I was pregnant with my oldest, and I was driving down a road and I saw this thing moving. It was um this it was like a black little ball. And I slammed on the brakes. I was like 8 months pregnant. Um and I look at the back hoping to gosh no one hits me, right? And so the person behind me stopped the car and said, it's okay, it's okay," because they saw the bundle too. So I pick it up and I kind of toss it in the seat, and I'm was on my way to work, and I call work, and I tell them that I prided myself for not being emotional at work. I worked in a TV station engineering department with all men, and I prided myself. Gumbo, that's the word. I bet you, Max. Gumbo, gumbo. Not gumbo, but I bet you it starts with a J. So I call work and I prided myself for not being emotional. And I'm like, I found a cat and it's her. And I got that late. So I'm telling him I found a cat and I'm gonna be late. And he's like, it's okay, just go. It's fine. We'll cover until you get here. So I take the cat to our vet. I already had another cat. So I take it to the vet and they look at it and they were going to put some flea stuff on it. And I go, isn't it too young for that? And they go, at this rate, it's going to die because of too many fleas. And yes, as a Mrs. Dadman didn't have gumbo because she stole Max Redstone's cream of Creole crawfish soup, and it was delicious. So they put the flea stuff on it, and then they gave me this soap. And since I was pregnant, the vet looks at me and she said, "You cannot use this soap. You've got to have somebody else wash the cat. Um, it could cause birth defects." I'm like, "Okay, great." So I call a friend who worked at the TV station who loved animals, and I said, "I have this cat. I need to give it a bath. Can you can you help me when I get to the station?" And she was like, "Absolutely." So we went to the station. We're trying to figure out where to clean the cat. So we, in our infinite wisdom, went into the news anchor's dressing room and washed the cat there. So found out that this black cat was actually a gorgeous orange cat, and one of his legs was limping. And so the vet said if the next time I came in, that leg wasn't um, moving, that they would amputate it, that it would be better to have three legs than a leg dragging because it could get infected. So I'm like, okay. Well, I worked on the leg and its little leg worked, and we had a Hardy until Hardy passed away. So, uh, yeah, that's how I got my orange cat, and I love orange cats. And the black and orange, I think there's a name for them. But yes, let's try still first because that is the first word that came up. It is let's try stilt. It was stilt. So we have the second word now, and then we have a L at the end, an EIA, and an M. That has three vowels in it, doesn't it? So that was my cat story. And Hardy and my oldest celebrated their first Christmas together. Um, so that was a kind of cool also. Today is a National Avocado Day. According to National Day calendar, um, today is the day to add this delicious food to your celebrations. Avocados are so versatile, you can use them for everything from the appetizer to the main dish. Get ready to clear the table for an entire meal to make sure you enjoy this delicious food in style. Avocados are more than a staple food in the American diet. They are proven to be a key ingredient in recipes for both inside the body and on the body. While guacamole is grand, don't settle for just the chips and dip on this holiday. There are many recipes that you can cook with avocado. Let's see if they have any here. You can make guacamole. Guacamole is the big one that they say. You can make avocado toast. Avocado is good for facials, I believe. Um, so they say there are many reasons to celebrate. Avocados target insulin resistance with heart healthy fats. They also fight Alzheimer's with its omega-3 fatty acids. Another avocado superpower is preventing and repairing damage due to its sources of vitamin C, E, and K. Avocado soup. That sounds delicious. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with avocados. Let's look and see. Let's see what kind of recipes. Avocado salsa. Oh, avocado fries. Let's see what some have here. We have well, let's do this. I'm gonna do a foodie thing today about avocados. Let me figure out what I'm doing here because my brain is now not working. I've lost my stream. Okay, there we go. This is what I meant to do. Let me remove this quickly. Let's put this over here. Let's look at some of these avocado recipes that they have. Um, let's see. We have a lot of people always doing that. Okay, so Max says email. I'll type in email in a second. Orange tabby, if it was predominantly orange. Mine was all orange. It was an orange tabby. We have Metastep. Good morning. Good morning. Long time no see. I hope you are doing well today. Do they have a recipe for cream of Creole guacamole soup? Cream of Creole guacamole, probably. And Metastep said, I've noticed a difference since I've started eating avocados regularly. I try to eat at least 4 a week, says a Metastep. I need to. And thank you for stopping by, Max. Have a wonderful time at synagogue. And you have a wonderful rest of your day. Ooh, Just another maniac. Martin or a Masters says, avocado day, have a huge tree in my garden doing thing. A dang thing is sucking up all the water from the other plants. Oh my gosh. And we have Agent Atwood. Wazah! Hello, hello. Orange cat. Orange glad it wasn't a dog. And yes, holy guacamole. Au revoir to you, Max. Um, my blood pressure is a lot better. Not sure if that's why or why not. I think that, if you're eating healthy, I think that helps with your blood pressure no matter what you're eating, as long as it's healthy. So let's look at some of these guacamole recipes here. Let's see what they have. They have avocado salsa. That looks good. Avocado toast, an avocado salad, avocado dip. It's not necessarily guacamole. That looks really good. We have nachos, loaded nachos, enchilada soup, vegetarian enchilada soup using that. A chickpea. I have lots of chickpeas. That sounds good. A Cobb chicken salad with avocado. Sweet potato chili. Interesting. A beef taco. They're saying it has guacamole in it. And I have avocados, guacamole, taco casserole, turkey burgers topped with avocado. So, a lot of the same. Now that looks good. The Green Goddess chicken salad dip. That looks good. BLT stuffed avocados. A 7-layer dip using avocados. Fresh corn and avocado salsa. That sounds good. Avocado egg salad. Wow. Oh, an avocado smoothie. It says there's no noticeable avocado flavor. Very interesting. And air fryer avocado fries. That sounds good. That was something kind of different. Avocado hummus. So doesn't those look good? Flank steak with avocado chimichurri. Chocolate avocado mousse. Now I've heard of using avocado and stuff like that. So boy, those all look really good. And Atwood is, hello, how's my favorite polar bear? And so Prudence says, feeling a bit run down, how be ye? Taco what? That's a crime, not a dish, says Masters. Egg, avocado and green drink. I will show you how it's delicious, ma'am. I I mean, I've heard that avocado can be used in that aspect. Let's close this. And here we are back to our puzzle. So you were you were harangued in a restaurant because I didn't put the guacamole on my fajitas. When we go to a restaurant, I always ask for the it was email. I always ask for the guacamole on the side because I like dipping chips in it. We have Angry Canadian. Hello, how are you this morning? It's not morning where you're at, I don't think. It's evening, correct? So good evening to you. If I'm incorrect, please correct me. I hope you are doing well today. Let's see how our poll is going. We have 14 votes. Root beer, cherry, and cinnamon and licorice still is getting no love. We have 9 people watching, and we have how many likes? Boo, boo, boo. 11 likes. Thank you guys so much. So let's look at this next word. It is has a U, and then there is an N. And There is no other vowel. I figured, yes, it's your bedtime. We have another um, person from across the way, Sashi in Malaysia. It is a 12-hour difference there. I think is yours a 13-hour difference? I can't quite remember. So we have a U and an N, and that's it. And there's no other vowels. So we might be able to use a Y. So and all the yeah, QU. Is it QU? And Master says, "No avocado on your fajitas. You're a lucky they didn't kill you, bear." And Stormtrooper says, "I am just a bad bear." So what could this word be? Hunch? You are so good, Sashi. H Hunch. Hunch. It's not hunch, but it has an HUN. HUN. Oh, no, that's not a word. How about this? Hunky? Hunky? He's real hunky. It was hunky. That I didn't even know that was a word. So we have passed National Avocado Day. And let's see. Our next day is, and this is why I did the poll today. It's National Jump for Jelly Beans Day. This is from National Today. It's a U.S. holiday celebrated on July 31st. Not only is it a day set aside to appreciate jelly beans, but it's also a day to jump for joy simply because they exist. Jelly beans have been around for more than a century in the United States and have secured themselves a position among the most consumed candies in the country. It's not only a candy loved by most Americans, but a candy that even a one time president described as his favorite. And so there's little wonder why it's so popular and why two holidays were created to celebrate it. Jelly beans are not an idea originating in America. These candies have taken precedence over other kinds of candies in this country, so much so that they were even sent up as a surprise to astronauts in space. The making of jelly beans was inspired by the Turkish confection known as Turkish Delight, which is a soft version of this hard candy. A huge variety of jelly beans exist where companies that produce the candy make them in different colors for both aesthetic and identification purposes. Additionally, a wide variety of flavors are added to the candy to offer consumers different tastes. So, yeah, although it's not known when jelly beans began to be celebrated, two occurrences are responsible for popularizing them. The first was in 1860s during the American Civil War, when William Shraft, an owner of a Boston candy producing company, urged people to send jelly beans to soldiers fighting in the Civil War as a morale booster. His marketing strategy proved effective, and more people began to notice and appreciate this candy. The second was when Ronald Reagan declared jelly beans his favorite candy in the 60s. During his reign as president in the 80s, a jar of it could always be found on his desk in the White House. He was so in love with jelly beans that at one point a flavor was specially made for him. It was this same fondness for the candy that prompted the president to regularly give them out as gifts. Besides National Jump for Jelly Bean Days, another celebration is held in April for the candy known as simply National Jelly Bean Day. This goes to show just how much jelly beans are appreciated. So that's why we have our poll today, because it is National Jelly Bean Day. So let's see. Um, Soda Poopa says Vunch because it should be a word. And then we have a Rusty, Rusty, and then we have an A in the second and third, and then a D, B, and an N. Let's see what we have. Atwood says, "Yeah, we don't need 2 holidays for jelly beans." And we have hellos and hellos. And Master says, "I had my first jelly beans when I was in my mid-20s. Since then, I'm an addict." I will say, I like jelly beans. If I have them, I'll eat them. Um, and I like all the flavors of them. I think I like cinnamon the best. Soda poop is a Turkish delight. That sounds like something you get in a Turkish bordello. Ugh. I'm sorry you're feeling bad today, Metastep. I'm so sorry about that. I hope that this show helps take your mind off of it a little bit or helps you feel better. Fallout Dave, he'd eat a jar every morning and run around the Oval Office in circles at 35 miles an hour. And thank you, Masters. He says, "Welcome to the Suffer Club, but the missus always accomplishes to make me feel better." Thank you so much for that. And the word bland, yes, Dave, I'll put that in a second. And Soda Poopa says, "That's why I never visited the White House. I hate jelly beans." So we have a bland, and it is bland. And then we have a U in the third spot, and an ER, D, and a C for the other letters. MICKEYMOUSE. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Sorry, your spelling rusty somehow made me think of that. I'm glad it's helping, Metastep. I'm glad it's helping. And I was Penny. Hi, Penny. Penny. Hi, Penny. So it is, what is it today? Days of the year calendar. Daysoftheyear.com says it is also World Ranger Day. Around the globe, park rangers are often on the front line in the fight to protect our natural heritage. World Ranger Day offers a chance to support their vital work, which ranges from environmental campaigning to education. The day is also an opportunity to pay tribute to rangers who have lost their lives in the line of duty. It is estimated that there are more than 100,000 reserves, parks, and protected areas around the world. World Ranger Day was created by the International Ranger Federation and was first held in 2007. Many mistakenly think that America's Yellowstone National Park is the oldest national park in the world, but there is one that is over 100 years older. Established by the Mongolian government in 1778, the area surrounding Bogd Khan Ul Mountain is the oldest national park in the world. Many events are being staged around the world, included guided walks and screenings of the documentary The Thin Green Line. If there isn't an event in your area, you could organize one or help to raise awareness of the vital role performed by custodians of the world's parks. World Ranger Day. Very cool. Let's see what else. Okay, so we have Crude, says Fallout Dave. And Not a poopus, and he also says Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, and we have crude, and then we have Atwood, penny, 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 penny. Okay, no more of that. We have crude, and it was crude, and then we have an A at the third, a T at the end, and an AE, an EY, and an S. We don't have that many holidays left, so let's look at our poll and see how it's going. 16 votes. Still root beer, cherry, cinnamon, and licorice in that order. And Atwood goes, Yellowstone National Park. I mean, Snorter Poopa says, Yellowstone National Park is where my cousins Yogi and Boo Boo live. Yes. And Atwood says, You silly old bear, it's a Mickey Mouse. And here comes Sashi with some food. We don't have Turkish delight. We have Kui Sagu. Okay, here we go. We're going to look this one up. Kuihsagu. If I looked it up right. Oh, oh. Okay, this looks good. Once again, you know the rule. We remove this first. Let's put this over here. Let's look at this yummy, yummy confection. Here. Oh my gosh. Okay, here you guys look. Is that not? Oh, it's got, I don't know what the flavor is, but it's got coconut on it. I haven't looked at a recipe yet. Oh, and there's another kind of version of it. This is Kui Sago with gula melaka and shredded coconut. Oh my gosh. It looks like the traditional is red. So, Penny, well, good luck on getting that car, and thank you for leaving it open here on your laptop. And Sort of Poop always leaves this chat with a tummy ache. So oh, that looks good. Oh my gosh, that looks really good. I'm going to look up and see if I can find a recipe for this. Actually, let's see. Let me leave that. Trying to figure out how I can. Let's open this in a new window. Move this over here. So you guys can look at this lovely thing while I see if this will open this. Nope, I don't want to sign in into the account. So we are not going to be looking at that one. Let's look for a recipe. Well, we're going to look in our favorite Nyonya Cooking. That seems to be one of our favorite sites to go to. It is the Malay Kuihsago Rose is the Malay name. Oh, here, let me flip this one over there. Is the Malay name of this rose-flavored sago dessert, which is popular in Malaysia and Singapore. Made from the tiny tapioca pearls and rose flavoring, the soft and bouncy Q Kua is then coated with grated coconut, great for breakfast, tea times, and parties. Ooh, yum. So the ingredients are very simple. Sago, pandan leaf, sugar, rose paste extract, water, banana leaves, and coconut. Oh, that looks really good. Well, you know what we do? We're going to make this in our recipe. So there, I'll let you look at that gorgeous picture there while I'm doing this. Doesn't that look so good? I'm going to have so many wonderful Malaysian uh, um, recipes in my uh recipe thing. I'm one day I'm hoping to be able to have time to do them. Well, that looks absolutely so let's see. Um Master says Yellowstone is where Mr. Dadman found the plug to unleash the volcano. Mrs. Dadman pulled it and the MIB took them both. This is what I know about the park place. LOL. Yellowstone actually Biscuit um was it Biscuit? It's not called it wasn't called a volcano, but Biscuit something. It exploded recently at Yellowstone. People forget that Yellowstone is pretty much an active volcano. And Atwood says, "Oh no, I'm the one that found it, and Dadman is the culprit for pulling it." Yes, Sashi says I can start a Malaysian dessert shop later. These look absolutely delicious. Uh, yes, that sounds just like something Dadman would do. He's actually pretty. Someone said yeast earlier. I think it was Dave. I'm not 100% sure. Then we have an F, an ND at the end with an I and an E. So this one is could either have two choices, and usually the rule, yes, is I before E, fiend. Then we have an ALE at the end with an H. And let's see, it's National Mutt Day, MUTT. National Mutt Day encourages us to embrace, save, and celebrate mixed breed dogs. Desperately longing for a new home, millions of loving and healthy mixed breed dogs in shelters wait for someone to come and adopt them. National Mutt Day provides an excellent opportunity to find the perfect canine companion. Despite the name, a mutt learns, obeys, and trains much like purebred animals. While their lineage cannot be traced and their features a bit murky, their companionship will be faithful. According to the ASPCA, approximately 3.3 million dogs enter shelters each year. When these abandoned and often abused animals find their way to a shelter, each one needs a forever home. Whether you know it or not, their potential is limitless. Some of the benefits of adoption are often hidden. Human and canine both enjoy increased physical activity. Another boost is social interaction through daily walks. While humans develop patience, their four legged companions learn to trust and new limits. For example, as dogs explore the many scents of the human lifestyle, they usually discover shoes are off limits. No matter the breed, side, or demeanor of the human or canine, the shelter will take the time to find the right home for their animals. They schedule visits and have procedures in place to promote healthy adoptions for families and individuals. While some dogs experience injury or illness, the shelters work with veterinarians to heal the animals before making them available for adoption. Of course, shelters always welcome donations and volunteers. Dogs love walking, playing, and being loved, even if they haven't found their forever home. Every moment they spend socializing increases their opportunity for adoption. So, National Mutt Day. And we have well, yes. And the Fallout Dave says, don't mix that up with Mutton Day. No, we don't want to mix that up with Mutton Day. Metastep says, I'm a mutt. Um, we have Frost. And Master says, I just told my dogs now they want a meat cake. It's their day. And then we have an CH at the end and an R, an A, and an L. What an interesting I'm looking at this going, "What I've got if that is a word, it is a word." And I think we've had this word before. Large, yes, it is large. And large is any of several deciduous carnivorous trees of the genus Larix of North America and Eurasia, having clusters of needle-like leaves and heavy, durable wood. So there we go. It's a tree. A larch is a group of trees. Well, now you know it's a tree. I should do this. That is what a larch is. So we have tryst. No, it can't be FKHC 2005. Tim? Hello, Tim. No, it has to have an R, an S, a T, and a Y in it. So I believe that it is, let's not type in the comments what the word is. I believe it is what Sashi says, tryst. And it is tryst. And then we have stout. And then we have an A at the beginning, an AC in the third and fourth, and a K and a B. So let's see. We have that day. Okay, everybody, it's shredded wheat day. Shredded Wheat Day is marked every July 31st, and this is from nationaltoday.com, by the way. And we intend to get the best out of it by having a healthy breakfast cereal. Shredded wheat is one of the oldest cereals in the world. It's made from whole wheat and baked into pillow shaped biscuits. Some manufacturers have developed different varieties of shredded wheat, and that include blueberry, raspberry, cherry, and cranberry flavors. Did you know that shredded wheat is rich in vitamins and contains a high amount of fiber that helps to prevent heart disease and type 2 diabetes? I like shredded wheat. They used to make shredded wheat um, that were like biscuits. They weren't the small things like you see now. They were like 2 inches by 3 inches. And hello, Tim. Hello. And yes, I believe it is a back. But they were like, 2 inch and 3 inches. And we used to buy them and we'd take them out and we would run them under warm water to soften them and then we'd squeeze it out because it was like a sponge. Then we'd put it in the bowl. We put some brown sugar on top of it and pour some milk in it. It was really good. I guess I was an old person as a child because I love shredded wheat. I loved it as a kid. And the frosted mini wheats were kind of like the little squares of them. I like them too. I would have preferred them without the frosting, and then I just would have put a little bit of brown sugar on them. Uh, but yes, we had that last word, which was what was that last word? A back, and now we have an O, and then a U and an E at the end. We just made noodles out of wheat. I have, it's not that difficult to make noodles. Um, and I bet they would taste so good. We had Vogue from Dave, and we have Slash and Goner and LU Lucid, and then we have an A at the beginning, ID at the end, and a P and an H. Let's see what other holidays we have here. Uh, Okay, we have from daysoftheyear.com National Raspberry Cake Day. National Raspberry Cake Day brings a sweet twist to our calendars. This day lights up the taste buds of cake and fruit lovers alike. Imagine a dessert that combines the juicy, tangy sweetness of raspberries with the soft, spongy texture of cake. That's what this day is all about. Celebrating it, people indulge in raspberry cake, a summer favorite that adds a refreshing touch to the warmest days. Why do we celebrate this delicious day? Well, raspberries are not only tasty, but also packed with nutrients. When mixed into a cake, they create a treat that's both flavorful and somewhat healthier than your average dessert. This celebration falls at a time when raspberries are in full bloom, making it the perfect season to enjoy this fruit to the fullest. People bake or buy raspberry cakes to enjoy with friends and family, making it a delightful way to bond over food. Overall, National Raspberry Cake Day is more than just about the cake. It's a reminder to enjoy the simple pleasures in life, like the taste of fresh fruit and homemade desserts. So, National Raspberry Cake Day. And we're pretty much running out of, we only have one more celebration. Aphid. Yes, I believe it is aphid. And let's see, Snorpoopa says to Fallout Dave, a larch is a tree or the sound a bear makes when it falls on you. Larch. Aphid, built, basic. When they only have one letter or they're very obvious, you have made banh mein noodles from scratch before. It's quite easy to make. I have watched them. I've watched people make noodles, Sashi, and I'm going, why are we buying them? Why are we buying them? It's very few ingredients, and I love how they when I see when they spread them out just to make like almost kind of like a fettuccine style noodle. You don't even need a pasta machine, which so many people think you do. They spread it out and then they kind of fold them into layers, not tight because they want to keep. And then they just cut them, and then they have all these beautiful um, pasta or noodles or yes, yummy good. So our next word is burn, and then we have an ET at the end and an SI and an L. Now we're going to do our last celebration because I accidentally did the celebration for the memes. It is Uncommon Instrument Awareness Day. It's time for music appreciation. It's Let's start that again. It's time for music appreciation, only of the less common variety. On Uncommon Instrument Awareness Day, um, we are reminded that music lovers, uh, we are a reminder to music lovers that there are many special and uncommon instruments just waiting to be discovered. This unusual holiday encourages everyone to learn about and try a new and unusual musical instrument. Since as far back as we can tell, societies have always considered music to be integral to their culture. The history of uncommon instruments is, in fact, the history of musical instruments in general. Today, we focus on the history of various now comical, uncommon musical instruments. Statues in ancient Cyprus show people playing the lyre. The British Museum exhibits one such statue of a woman playing the lyre. Her dress and style indicate she was a member of the upper class. The ancient Cyprians also used animal shaped rattles that might have been used to keep a beat, scare off evil spirits, or as a toy for young children. The ancient Romans invented an instrument they called the hydraulis, which worked when water pressure from a tank forced air up into the keys and pipes. While playing this instrument, they needed multiple assistants to work the pumps that kept the water pressure high. Ancient Greeks were also famous for their musical celebrations. Each event, birth, death, work, or even illness, would be accompanied by music. They used an instrument called an oiloi, which was a pipe made of wood, bone, and metal. Yes. They used this Sorry, my youngest asked if I wanted water, and I'm like, "Yes, please." Blowing into the reed inserted at the end of this instrument would produce sound. In Asia, Buddhists used trumpets made of different items like conch shells to call monks to service. The ancient Egyptians had their own special musical instruments like the harp. Examples of this are shown in scenes covering the walls of tombs. By the 12th century, many more musical instruments were invented, including a medieval instrument that resembled a guitar called the citole. This instrument was actually the precursor to the violin, having been converted at some point during the 16th century. So you can see how many uncommon instruments that there are. Um, yeah, today, look up uncommon instruments and find out some of the neat instruments that we have in the world. Thank you. You're welcome. So Metastep says, okay, let me check that out. Let me make sure I spell it right. Oh, very interesting. Let me see if I can. The berimbau is a traditional Angolan musical bow that is commonly used in Brazil. It is also known as the secataluge among the Baganda and the Busaga. It consists of a single string bow attached to a gourd resonator and is played with a stick or a coin or stone to create different stones and rhythms. Let me find a picture of it because that is okay. Here's a picture of it. Let's see. I'm gonna find one which will probably be the best. Oh, I see. Oh, how interesting. Okay, so we're gonna flop this picture over here. There we go. So there is a berimbau, and I see what they do is here is the string that they pluck, and they move the gourd up and down to lengthen or shorten the string that's going to be actually vibrating, and that creates the different tones. How cool is that? Sonopupa says the Ruritanians invented a wind instrument called the rump trumpet. It was a gas. And Ang walked through the room. Sonopupas, I will let him know that you waved to them. And the berimbau is used in the martial art cap, capoeira. Capoeira. Interesting. What a fascinating instrument. That is really, really cool. So that is our last celebration today. Um, but you recently made a rap beat with a sample of the berimbau, said Metastep. How cool. I will listen to it after the show. I can't do audio. Capoeira. Capoeira. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Masters. Um, someone I believe said Islet. I believe it was Dave. I am not 100% sure. Islet. Then we have tenor. and we have taker and youth and boost and exalt and capoeira. Capoeira is a dance like martial arts in order to let them practice it without raising suspicion. Oh, yes. That was like how things are used to be disguised. Um, so how cool! I'm gonna have to look that up. I can't show it, but I want to look it up. Say Capoeira. How interesting! I'm gonna have to look at some video of this. If you just look at some of the still pictures, it just looks like they're breakdancing. Just looking at the still pictures, so how they incorporate the martial arts into it, um, that looks extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. So we have our last word, which is whack. Everybody, we finished this puzzle in 45 minutes. Let's see, an hour and 7 minutes in my neck of the woods, which is now it is 11:07 p.m. So a.m. It's 11:07 p.m. and it's Sashi's neck of the woods. We have 11 people watching. Oh, well, Atwood, you're the one that did it. Dang it! Now I have the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme in my head. I am that capoeira looks fascinating. So there we go. We have finished our puzzle today. Oh, I didn't read the words. Let me read the words. We have a green screen. We have, let's see, let me start at the very middle. We have a large, trice, aphid, build. Large, trice, build, aphid, lucid, frost, email, hunky, rusty, bland, stout, basic, whelp, exalt, boost, youth, taker, goner, well, stilt, email, hunky, rusty, bland, crude, aback, spurn, plank, tenor slash fiend, jumbo, yeast, vogue, islet, and whack. So those are our words for today. And Atwood says, let's see. I didn't make you think of it. And Fallout Dave said, just think of a Fortnite song. I play Fortnite. Do that one song that they do in the that slide one. And there is some copia. I'm going to say it 8 bazillion different ways in Mortal Kombat 10. And yay, yes, we finished the puzzle. We did. We did. Let me put my little thing here. Now I changed the way that I did the birthdays. Oh, my youngest made some chicken nuggets, it sounds like. I'm trying to find a way so that I can keep the streams the way they are with the content without killing me um, time wise. Um, so um, I'm hoping you like this new format. And that what is for the Fallout song. No, no, no. There is a movie from 1993 called Only the Strong that has Copiera in it, starring Mark DeCasco. Only the Strong. I need to keep note paper just right here so that I can write notes down. Because I can only open so many tabs and save them. Oh, Snorter Poopus wants some chicken nuggies. And I play Fortnite. She said, go and get some sun, dear. And I slide that ramp. Yep, that's the song. Only the strong. With Mark Dacascos. Okay, I'm going to look that up if I remember because my brain is like a steel sieve. And Snortapoopers wants chicken nuggies. 9,099,099,000. Yes, Fallout Dave, you know it. You know it. I keep telling her to keep a note card. Does she listen? No, I do not. Who was it that took us into that 999,999,999 slide the other day? It's an easy XP on Fallout. Um, and the Fallout says, I thought you just ate the whole chickies. Just the 99.9 million feet slide. Yes, everybody, that's on YouTube. So here we go. Let's look at our birthdays today. Today is July 31st, the last day of July. This year is just zipping by. I get my information, my birthdays, and the biographies and stuff from onthisday.com and Wikipedia. I said Fallout. Sorry. Yes, I meant Fortnite. I meant Fortnite. So here we go. Let's look at these slides here. So bum, bum. Happy birthday. So here we go. We have John Ericsson. He was he died at 85 years old, a Swedish American inventor. He collaborated on the design of the railroad steam locomotive Novelty. It competed in the Rainhill Trials on the Liverpool and Manchester Railway. It, the competition was won by inventor George Stephenson, and his train, the Rocket. In North America, he designed the United States Navy's first screw-propelled steam frigate, the USS Princeton, in partnership with Captain, later Commodore R.F. Stockton, who unjustly blamed him for the fatal accident of the new vessel. He had a new partnership with Cornelius H. Delameter on the Delameter Iron Works in New York City, resulted in the first armored ironclad warship equipped with a rotating gun turret. The USS Monitor dramatically saved the U.S., the Union Navy, naval blockading squadron from destruction by an ironclad Confederate States Navy vessel, the CSS Virginia, at the famous Battle of Hampton Roads at the southern mouth of Chesapeake Bay in March of 1862 during the American Civil War. Yes, USS Monitor. You are correct. The designer of the USS Monitor. No, Dave, I was not thinking of Fallout. I think I saw your name and said Fallout, is what I really think I did, to be honest with you. So, John Erickson, 85 years old today. Our next person is Mary Morris Walcott. Walcott. She was an American artist and naturalist known for her watercolor paintings of wildflowers. She has been called the Audubon of botany. And if you look there, I kind of like this format better because I can kind of put pictures there. That's one of the wildflowers that she did. It is a balsam root, and I don't know the Latin word for it. I can't read it, but she drew that. So Mary Walcott, Walcott. 80 years old when she passed away. Our next one is Sebastian S. Kresge, died at 99 years old, American businessman. He created and owned two chains of department stores, the S&S Craig's Company, one of the 20th century's largest discount retailers. Um, it was soon renamed Kmart Corporation in 1977. Those of you that know Kmart, know Kmart. No, polar bears can't be. No, we're not. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get canceled. I won't let it happen, Snortopoopus. Polar bears can't be canceled. Yep, there are no more Kmarts. But boy, the Kmart blue light special. Snortopoopus, you remember them? We have a Kmart blue light special in the children's shoe section. Boys' shoes are now 50% off. Yes, Fallout Dave. Santa tried to cancel polar bears, and look what happened to him. Yep. So Sebastian S. Kresge, 99 years old when he passed away. We have Fred Quimby, passed away at 79 years old, an American film producer. He is best known for producing the Tom and Jerry cartoon series, for which he won 7 Academy Awards for Best Animated Short Films. He was the film sales executive in charge of the Metro Goldwyn Mayer cartoon studio, which included Tex Avery, Droopy, Butch Dog, Barney Bear, Michael Lay, and multiple one-shot cartoons, as well as the William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, um, the creators of Tom and Jerry. And it was the blue light specials. Yes, you remember the blue light specials? I do too. You'd go look and you'd see they have a little cart with a blue light, and you'd go there and they market whatever on the thing. It was before they had barcodes. I think they might have had barcodes. I don't know, but I think that was cool. And Atwood says, "Okay, fine, I'll blame Killer Rabbit. That's why we ain't seen him in a while." And Snortopoopus says to Atwood, "But Mittens is a nice wabbit." Yes, I know. I don't know where Killer Rabbit is, but Fred Quimby, a film producer. We have Larry Doyle, passed away at 87 years old, an American baseball player. He was nicknamed Laughing Larry, was an American second baseman in the Major League Baseball from '07 to 1920. He played almost his entire career for the New York Giants. Got to turn the page. The National League's outstanding second baseman during the 1910s. He was awarded the 1912 Chalmers Award as the league's best player and won the 1915 batting title with a 3.320 average. He was the team captain and top everyday star on 3 consecutive pennant winners from 1911 to 13. He had a .408 career slugging average, was a top mark in the NL second by an NL second baseman when he retired. His career, he had 299 doubles, 123 triples, 2,654 bases, and an extra base hits of 496. He was fifth in major league career games at 1,730. He set the Giants' franchise record for career games, at bats, and doubles, each of which was broken later by Bill Terry. Laughing Larry Doyle passed away at 87 years. Oh, we have is Con did I miss Connie Cleary? Hello, Connie. How are you doing today? And that rabbit's dynamite killer rabbit from outer space. And we have hellos. And Agent says, then explain the killer name. And he says, it's a foul-tempered rodent. Wait, are you saying to trade the rabbit for you? And we have hellos and hellos. Our next person is Elmo Roper. He is an American pollster. He passed away at 70 years old. He is known for his pioneering work in market research and opinion polling, alongside friends that soon became rivals, Archibald Crossley and George Gallup. Gallup Roper, 70 years old, an American pollster. And Snorterpoopus says he's just a bit delusional. No one should take a silly powder puff seriously. We have Renee Conley, passed away at 90 years old. She's an American costume designer. She has won many Academy Awards, including costume design for such films as Cleopatra, which you see some of the costume design here, and Kitty Foyle. Renee Conley passed away at 90 years old. And then, oops, I just hit my mic. Sorry, guys. And then we have, this is why I love this site. These are so, I never would have found these otherwise. Lewis Smith, an American race car driver, passed away at 89 years old. She was tied for the second woman to race in NASCAR at the top level. She was known as the first lady of racing. Um, as a she went as a spectator to her first NASCAR race in Daytona Beach road course in 1949. She could not stand watching the races, so she entered her family's shiny new Ford Coupe in the race and rolled it. Her hometown, Greentown, South Carolina paper featured photos of the wreck, and the town knew about it before she got home. The race was the first race to feature three female drivers, including Ethel Mobley and Sarah Christian. The trio also competed later that season at the Langley Speedway. She raced from 1949 to 1956. She won 38 races in her career in numerous formats. Late models, modified, she had 28 victories there. Midgets and sportsmen. Lewis Smith, the first lady of racing. I am doing very well, Connie. Thank you very much for that. I've been up since 7 o'clock, so I'm getting a little tired, about ready to take a nap um, when the show's over. But I just love this time here with you guys. So, yes. Do you guys like the new format? Um, there's a lot less typos this way. It was driving me crazy looking at the slides when I put all the bullet points and I'd see all these typos, even though I checked them. Um, and it also, this is quicker for me to do. So I hope you guys like this format. I hope you do. And our next person is Paul Boyer. He is an American biochemist, analytic chemist, and professor of chemistry at University of California, Los Angeles. When he was living, he passed away at 99 years old. He shared the 1997 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for research on the enzymatic mechanism underlying the biosynthesis of adenosine triphosphate with John E. Walker. This made Boyer the first Utah-born poet Nobel laureate. Paul D. Boyer passed away at 99 years old. And we have another scientist. We have Stephanie Kwolak, an American chemist best known for inventing Kevlar. Her career at DuPont Company spanned more than 40 years. She discovered the first of a family of synthetic fibers of exceptional strength and stiffness, polyparaphenylene terephthalamide. For her discovery, she was awarded the DuPont Company Lavoisier Medal for outstanding technical achievement. As of August 2019, she was the only female employee to have received this honor. In 1995, she became the fourth woman to be added to the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Pollack won numerous awards for her work in polymer chemistry, including the National Medal of Technology, the IR Achievement Award, and the Perkin Medal. If you guys haven't figured out, like I said, I get all my information from onthisday.com and the Wikipedia. I get most of my biographies from Wikipedia. Thank you. Thank you. I think it makes the pictures bigger, and I can do the stuff quicker. Um, Atwood says, well, in order to save you, I must incarnate the rabbit. And Soda Poopa says, he's about as big as my left forepaw, no threat at all. Our next person is Lynn Reed Banks, passed away at 94 years old. She's a British author of books for children and adults, including The Indian in the Cupboard. I love that book, which has sold over 15 million copies and has been successfully adapted to film. Her first novel, The L Shaped Room, which was published in 1960, was an instant and lasting bestseller. It was later made into a movie of the same name and led to two sequels. The Backward Shadow and Two is Lonely, or the two sequels were The Backward Shadow and Two is Lonely. Bank also wrote a biography of the Bronte family entitled Dark Quartet and a sequel about Charlotte Bronte, Path to the Silent Country. Lynn Reed Banks passed away just this past April at the age of 94 years old. Michelle Mouton was one of the best rally drivers. She was awesome, but she's mostly known outside the US since you guys don't do rally. Oh, yeah, and there's the formula racing we don't do a lot either. I try to if I see them in the birthdays, I try to put some of the ones that are outside of our country because there is more than the United States. It's difficult because I don't know always who is the best, who is good to put in. So I'm thinking of on my Discord doing a thing where you could submit birthdays that people, celebrities, sports people, anything, um, even streamers. Like if it's your birthday and you want to be recognized um, in the um, in a Discord so that I can expand on some of the birthdays and make it more international. I try to do some, but sometimes it's hard. And Atwood says, I am, oh, let me post that one so you guys can actually see her name. Michelle Moton was one of the best rally drivers. She is awesome. And Atwood says, I'm not a big F1 guy. Moto GP is more my lane. So, yeah, I'm thinking of doing that in my Discord also. And the next one is Ted Cassidy, passed away at 46 years old, an American actor. He tended to play unusual characters in offbeat or science fiction work. He was in Star Trek and I Dream of Jeannie. He also played Lurch on The Addams Family in the mid 1960s. He also narrated the Incredible Hulk TV series and voiced the Hulk in the show's first two seasons. I got the pun is more my lane. I got the pun. Yes. Ted Cassidy Passed away at 46 years old. And here's some sports, like I don't know, like with cricket or I don't know a lot about soccer, so I don't know players like that who are to put in on my thing. So I kind of tend to lean toward United States more football, American football, and that like any of those other sports, rugby, soccer, American or soccer or a European football. Um, any of those, I don't really know them. So if anybody knows any that are kind of neat, if you're on my Twitter, you can DM them to me at this point until I get my Discord all set up. Because here is another sports person here. We have Norman Snead, passed away at 84 years old. He was a quarterback in the NFL. He played with the Washington Redskins, Philadelphia Eagles, Minnesota Vikings, New York Giants, and San Francisco 49ers. He played college football for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and was selected in the first round of the 1961 NFL Draft with a second overall pick. He has been in 4 Pro Bowl games, two-time pick for the first team All ACC. He was an NFL completion percentage leader in 1972 and second team All CC, All ACC in his college year in 1958. The Demon Deacons retired his jersey number 16 in the college. He was Snead. Here's some interesting statistics. Snead was the first quarterback to have lost 100 games as a starter. Since then, only 7 other quarterbacks, including 3 Hall of Famers, have lost as many games. Snead appeared or started in 178 games and threw at least 1 interception in 131 of them. Try looking up Sepak takraw. It's a Southeast Asian sport. It's like volleyball, but using your feet. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm going. I just was looking at images. How crazy. Okay, I'm going to have to look that game up. That looks really interesting. So he's saying, look up Sepek takraw. You guys look it up. Just the images. I haven't even looked at video. Um, oh my gosh. And we have Arctic volleyball. It's played by polar bears using 4 poles and a bewildered snowshoe hare. And Atwood says, I need you to stop with all these cool recommendations, sir, to Sashi. No, don't stop. They are amazing. Amazing. Our next birthday recipient is Sab Shimono, a Japanese American actor. He is began his career on stage on Broadway and in regional theater. He starred in musicals like Mame, Lovely Ladies, Kind Gentlemen, and Pacific Overtures. He has appeared in a dozen of movies and television shows in character roles, including Midway, Gung Ho, Presumed Innocent, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Shadow, Jackie Chan Adventures, Samurai Jack, and Southland Tell, which he did voice work in those. So Sab Shimono, 87 years old today. Happy birthday to you. We have Richard Thomas Griffiths. He has an Order of the British Empire. He's been awarded. He was an English actor of film, television, and stage. Um, he was known for his portrayals of Vernon Dursley in the Harry Potter films, Uncle Monty in Whitnell and I, and Henry Crabbe in Pie in the Sky. That was a television series, which is just a delightful series to watch. Over his career, he received numerous accolades, including a Tony Award, an Olivier Award, as well as a nomination for a BAFTA Award. He was appointed an officer of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth II in 2008. Hello, Emily! And Stunning! Hello, Stunning! Hello, hello to both of you. He had supporting roles in such critically acclaimed films as Chariots of Fire, The French Lieutenant's Woman, Gandhi, A Private Function, Venus, Ballet Shoes, and Hugo. He has appeared in commercial films The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, Sleepy Hollow, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Bedtime Stories, and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Richard Thomas Griffith passed away at 65 years old. So we have, let's see, Stunning here. Let me pop you up there. Hello. Whoops, where are you at? Come on, pop up. There we go. We have Um, hello to Stunning. I'm sorry. And we have hellos and hellos. And we have Emily and the Retrievers. Hello to you. So glad to see you. We have hellos. And let's see. Oh, that would just, wow. You stubbed your toe on your shoe. That sounds like it hurts. Ouch. As Snorterpoopus says, ouchies. And we have Stunning, a dinosaur laying a bunch of eggs. Our next person is Barry Van Dyke, 73 years old. He is an actor and second son of actor and entertainer Dick Van Dyke. And he's a nephew of Jerry Van Dyke. He has often worked with his father. He is best known to audiences as Lieutenant Detective Stephen Sloan, a homicide detective and the son of Dr. Mark Sloan, who was played by Dick Van Dyke, on Diagnosis Murder. In the show, the characters' relatives were frequently played by real life family members. His other television work includes a starring role in Galactica 1980 as Lieutenant Dylan. Barry Van Dyke, 73 years old today. It was against, oh, ow. It was against the corner of your bedpost and you walked right into the shoe. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. Little Poopa says, I stubbed my toe on my neighbor's ass. I, let's see. And Dave says to Atwood, stop sliding all the time. Mark Sloan, the plastic surgeon from Grey's Anatomy. I don't know. I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. Atwood never, never going to stop sliding. Our next person is Hugh Alexander McDowell, passed away at 65 years old, a British cellist. Best known for his membership of the band Electric Light Orchestra. They had such songs as Strange Magic and Evil Woman. I'm sorry, I just, a classic cellist in a rock, in a, probably not a rock band, but in a contemporary band. Passed away at 65 years old. Our next person is Michael Ben. Michael Bean, B-E, pronounced like the B-E-N. Michael, American actor, primarily known for his role in science fiction films directed by James Cameron. He was in The Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss. His other films include The Fan, The Seventh Sign, Navy SEALs, Tombstone, The Rock, Mojave Moon, Clock Stoppers, and Planet Terror. On television, he's appeared in Hill Street Blues, The Magnificent Seven, Adventure Inc., and he has received a Best Actor Saturn Award nomination for Aliens. An American actor, 68 years old. Our next person is Sir Mark Thompson, a British and American media executive who is chairman of the board of directors of Ancestry, the largest for profit genealogy company in the world. He's a CEO of the cable news network, or CNN. He is a former president and chief executive officer of the New York Times Company. He was also director general of the BBC, and before that, he was chief executive of Channel 4. In 2009, he was ranked as the 65th most powerful person in the world by Forbes magazine. Sir Mark Thompson, 67 years old. Oh, let's see, what story is sticking to us? Story about stubbing his toe on his neighbor's ass. Right there, he says it. And Atwood says, a human neighbor or a baby bear neighbor? And Snorterpoop says, human. I would never kick a baby bear. Our next person is Kevin Green. Passed away at the age of 58, an American football player. He also was a professional wrestler. He was a defensive end and linebacker for the Los Angeles Rams, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Carolina Tigers, Carolina Panthers, and San Francisco 49ers of the NFL. He had 160 sacks in his career, which ranks third among NFL career sack leaders. He was voted to the 1990s All-Decade team. He was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2016. He also made several appearances with the professional wrestling promotion World Champion Wrestling during the late 1990s. He was one of the several celebrities brought in by the WCW president to help generate mainstream publicity for the company. He wrestled a total of 5 matches between 1996 and 98. 4 of them were on pay per view. During his brief career, he shared the ring with some of the biggest names in sports entertainment. The reason he could not continue to wrestle is because in his football contracts with some of the teams, he was not allowed to perform anymore. So yes, it was only 5 matches, but it was only because the football franchises put it in his contract that he was not allowed to wrestle, or he would have continued. He was actually said to be not that bad of a wrestler. Um, but Masters didn't like him though. Snorter says, would baby bears need to be cuddled, nurtured, and trained how to make quick kills? Our next person is Sandra Hodge. Uh, Sandra is a retired basketball player who played for the University of New Orleans and the Harlem Globetrotters. With New Orleans during the 80s, her team won the 1983 National Women's Invitational Tournament. Hodge played in 107 games and had the top 10 NCAA Division I points record with 2,860. After playing basketball in Europe for a few years, Hodge became one of the first 4 women to join the Globetrotters. During her tenure from 87 to 93, she played over 300 games with the Globetrotters. Outside of Harlem, Hodge was drafted by the Women's American Basketball Association and the American Basketball League, but did not make their rosters. She was inducted into the University of New Orleans Hall of Fame in 1989. Sandra Hodge, a former Globetrotter. Oops, here we go. And we have Wesley Snipes, 62 years old, an American actor and martial artist. He has made films in a variety of genres, such as numerous thrillers, dramatic features, and comedies, though he is best known for his action films. He was nominated for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Male for his work in The Water Dance, and he won the Volpe Cup for Best Actor for his performance in the film One Night Stand. He had prominent roles in the 1990s. He starred in films New Jack City, White Men Can't Jump, Passenger 57, Rising Sun, Demolition Man, To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, and U.S. Marshals. He was also cast as Eric Brooks or Blade in the superhero film Blade, based on the Marvel comic superhero of the same name. He went on to reprise the role in Blade 2 and Blade Trinity, and also in Deadpool and Wolverine, which is out in theaters now, setting records, I've heard. Snipe has been training in martial arts since the age of 12. He's earned a fifth Dan black belt in Shotokan karate and a second Dan black belt in Hapkido. Many of his action films have featured martial arts. In 2017, Snipes made his debut as a novelist with the urban fantasy supernatural adventure Talon of God. Wesley Snipes, 62 years old. So you don't like the one person because he looks like because I don't like him. He looks like the German Chancellor of Olaf Scholz, who is a terrible human being. Oh well, you shouldn't like someone just because they look like someone else. And Atwood says Snorter Poop and humans don't. I'm still waiting for your point. Besides, I didn't realize you had human neighbors. Must be hunting the thing. Sashi, thank you for being here. Have a good night's sleep. Um, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye, and give those kitties a little pet for me later. I love kitties. Our next birthday is a J.K. Rowling's, known by her pen. She's a British author and philanthropist. She is author of the Harry Potter, a seven-volume fantasy series published from 1997 to 2007. The series has sold over 600 million copies, been translated into 84 languages, spawned a global media franchise, including films and video games. Uh, and also, it's in theme parks. Also, The Casual Vacancy was her first novel for adults. She writes Cameron Strike, an ongoing crime fiction series under the alias Robert Galbraith. J.K. Rowling's 59 years old today. And we have Dean. I know Rawlings is controversial in certain ways, Atwood, but you can't deny what the series. That was more for the Harry Potter stuff than that. Dean Kane is an American police officer and an actor. He played Clark Kent and Superman in the TV series Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, and he was host of Ripley's Believe It or Not and appeared in a sports drama Hit the Floor. Um, he has, I didn't put this in here, but he has become a police officer. uh, which I thought was really neat. So let's see what he has to say here. I missed some of this. I meant to put this in. Let's look down here. On June 19, 2018, Kane was sworn in as a reserve police officer for the St. Anthony Police Department in St. Anthony, Idaho. So Dean Kane, 58 years old. I like that show. I like the Lewis and Clark. And we have Tony Massenberg, 57 years old. He is an American former professional basketball player and was on the active roster of 12 different teams, which was an NBA record shared with Joe Smith, Jim Jackson, Chucky Brown, and Ish Smith. Until Ish played with the Denver Nuggets, his 13th team in the 22-23 season. In 2005, while playing on the San Antonio Spurs, Messenberg became the first player in NBA history to win a championship, ship, championship. Did I say that word right? Is that Steph Curry? Ah, well, I don't know what they look like, so I don't know basketball players, so I searched the name, and that was the name that came under his name, and it said his name. Oh, oh well. Okay, Steve Massenberg. I took take the picture off. Steve Kerr. Who is that other one? Who's the other person that we did like that? Brad Pitt. Okay, Steve Curry is now the Brad Pitt of basketball. Oh goodness. I try my best. I try my best. I don't know basketball players. Well, thank you for telling me. So let's see. He was the first player in NBA history to win a championship after playing for at least 12 different franchises. Um, now I'm afraid to show any of the other ones. Oh, well. We have Chris Winkie, 52 years old, another football player. He was a he spent 6 years in the Toronto Blue Jays minor league baseball system before he enrolled at Florida State University at the age of 25 and played college football as a quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles. He then played in the National Florida League, where he spent most of his career with the Carolina Panthers. In 2028, he became the oldest player. And when he was in college, he became the oldest player to receive the Heisman Trophy. After that, he was selected by the Panthers in the 2001 draft, where he served mostly as a backup quarterback until he was released in 2006. He spent one season with the San Francisco 49ers before he left the NFL after the 2007 season. He had only two victories as a starting quarterback his entire NFL career. He won his first ever NFL game in the first game of the 2001 Carolina Panthers season before losing the next 15, finishing the season with a record 1-15. He also has the second longest losing streak in NFL history at 17, behind Don Pastore, who had 21. Despite this, Winkie is tied with Geno Smith, Tim Tebow, Jameis Winston, and Dak Prescott for fifth most rushing touchdowns by a rookie quarterback with 6. So Chris Winkie, 52 years old. Oh, and here we go. We have Harry Potter. Harry Potter's a fictional character played by Daniel Radcliffe and created by J.K. Rowling. He is 44 years old today. Happy birthday, Harry. You had a 3-minute delay, reloaded the page, and now it works. That explains my weird comment. Sorry. I get I get that, Masters. That happens to me sometimes. So Harry Potter, 44 years old today. And we have the last one. This is really neat. We have Key is 1 year old today. Spotless giraffe was born without spots. They believe this is the only spotless giraffe in the world. So Kipike, 1 year old today. How cool is that? That's our last birthday today. I hope you all like that, despite my, I guess, basketball faux pas. So sorry. Now I know Brad Pitt is my actor and Steve Curry is basketball. I put those in for Dad Man because he likes sports and I don't understand. I don't know a lot. I can watch sports and enjoy it, but I don't know a lot of the players and things. So I do my best. I apologize for anybody for that happening. Let's celebrate the birthday of Sepafat Bibelbrox as well. Is it his birthday today? I know who he is. I just was looking to see if they actually had a birthday for him. So that is our birthdays today. Sorry, I didn't remove that. I almost removed myself. So now, because of the wheat, he has two birthdays. Yes, because he has two heads. So our celebration today, we're doing cereal memes today in honor of the shredded wheat celebration we had today. So it is now time for something meaningful. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, in comparison to Frosted Corn Flakes, they're great pieces versus they all right. And that's a song, but I don't know the tune of it. Sort of poop is Capippy the spotted giraffe had a very plain coat. So, yep, the generic brands, they all right. People who put the milk in first, people who put the cereal first, people who put the bowl first. Yes. We do have a cereal. Yes. Weetabix. It should be more like a Weetabitch. You crazy. Who in R&D thought a cereal made from oat bricks was a good idea? You soak them in water and it makes them soft, and then you put them in milk, and they're really good. It's almost like if you soak them with the shredded wheat, the big ones, if you soaked them in, like hot you didn't soak them, you just turned the faucet on hot water, put them under the hot water, and then you kind of pushed out the water. They almost made like a warm cereal. It was really good. Oh, keep it the spotted, spotless giraffe had a very plain coat. Got it. The British Weetabix. You know you're getting old when the adult cereals look more appetizing than the kitty ones. Like I said, um I was an old person. I loved grape nuts. I loved raisin bran. I loved shredded wheat. I loved all those old people cereal. Life. I love those cereals. Ugh, Weetabix made you go to school early to school. That was how terrible they were. Milk, then cereal, then bowl. How I learned to make cereal. Weetabix is ancient Celtic word for roofing tiles. The best cereals have marshmallows. Oh, they're too sweet and they hurt my teeth. People who eat Weetabix also eat a mouthful of sand, according to Amazon. Life is a wonderful bowl of sugar, says Dave. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is the reason we like Halloween. It isn't the candy, it's the cereal. Count Dracula, Boo Berry, and the Frankenberry. I buy them, I eat one bowl, and then that's enough. Then I go back to, and yes, damn right, says Atwood. Does anyone else remember reading your favorite cereal boxes while you ate your breakfast? I do. They are new ones. There are new ones. I know Atwood of the Halloween ones. I can't remember them though. And Master says Blueberry is my thing. Found found the message in my cereal. It said, "Ooh." You still read them actually? Yes. I like reading cereal boxes. For all the people who say milk go in first, look at the pictures of the things. There's milk, milk, and milk going in after the cereals in the bowl. Okay, I like putting milk in. I like putting milk in my bowl first because that way I can regulate the amount of milk. I know you can just measure it and pour it in, but I just do it that way because it's different. I don't care how people do their cereal. To each his own. I'll just have a serving size of cereal, said no one ever. And Dave says, if only I'd learned how to read. And was Mrs. No, yes, I do. And Masters, I always do the games printed on the back till today. Yes, I love some of the stuff that they have on the back of boxes. Yes, I to have just a serving size, some of them are ridiculous. It's like, no. They'll never know the difference from Fruit Loops or the generic Tutti Fruities. I don't like my cereal real soggy. Um, Dave asks, but if you don't put the cereal in first, how do you calculate the sogginess factor? Um, well, I put my milk in, and I put my cereal, and um, I just like a almost like a hint of milk in my on my cereal. I don't like a lot of extra. The only time I might like extra milk, like if I do like Count Chocula or any of the chocolate cereals, so it gets kind of like chocolate milky. But I just don't like a lot of leftover milk. And Atwood is, Mrs. Why must you do this? No, you monster. Oh well, I'm sorry. I read a story once. It was quite funny where a lady, she kept a milk carton and she kept making powdered milk, and she'd make it in the evening and she'd put the milk in the carton and the kids would, um, drink it and they'd be perfectly fine until one day, one of them looked at the expiration date on the milk and they're like, Mom, this milk is 6 months old. She got busted. Um, Captain Crunch are Legos for your mouth. And Dave says, I like just enough milk to not have dry cereal. That's it. And that's why I kind of do it the other way. I kind of put some milk in, and I might put some in afterwards if it looks like I need a little more. But if I pour the milk in after I put the cereal raises, and I can't always tell how much milk I have in there. Then I get too much milk. That man loves a lot of milk. He loves a lot of milk in his cereal. He does it floating. When someone tells you to get a life, I don't think they mean the cereal. The correct way to put milk on your cereal. Okay, that's funny. Soda Poopa says, Fallout Dave, 6-month-old milk. You can cut a slice of that milk for cereal. Yes. And Soda Poopa says, I was always annoyed that Fruit Loops didn't have two cans in them. The pictures lied. Yes. I love just how they did this. Wasted an entire carton of milk, but it looked cute for the picture. And here we go. We have a victim of a serial killer. There you go, Snortapoopus. You had asked for that earlier. Let's see. There we are. I love it. And yay. 3 cheers for the serial killer. The cereal is literally just sugar, says I. Cereal companies, there's got to be vitamins in there somewhere. Yes, that's up there with the knives and a bottle of Caesar dressing. Et tu, Brute? Et tu? How people that say milk goes before cereal eat their hot dogs. From one who does that, I think that is hilarious. I love that one. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. Sorry, you said 3 cheers. Oh, that's not one. There we go. You can say what you want about the 80s, but let's all agree the cereal was awesome. G.I. Joe, Actionos, Breakfast with Barbie, C3POs, Dunkin' Donuts cereal, Batman, Bill and Ted's excellent cereal, Pac-Man cereal, Donkey Kong Jr., E.T. cereal, Ghostbusters, dun 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 dun. Crunchy scars. Oh, the Swedish chef and Mr. T. All real cereals. I actually like hot dogs without buns. Pastor says meat is my vegetable and sugar is my mineral water. Breaking news: Snap, Crackle, and Pop were found murdered today, believed to be victims of a serial killer. Sugar is a vitamin. It's a conspiracy by the vitamin companies to smear it. Batman. Mr. T, I pity the fool who don't eat my cereal. Who you gonna call? No one. I'm eating, fool. Ah. Oh. Stop. Stop what? Stop what, Atwood? You didn't like my Mr. T imitation? The correct size for a bowl of cereal. Oh my goodness. See, the cereal floats. And so you have all that milk down there, but gee, they got a lot of cereal. But and this is our last one. I don't always eat cereal in the morning, but when I do, I always pour the cereal in the bowl before I check to see if there's no milk left. That is, oh, I hate that when you make a bowl of, well, I don't do it that way, but when you make a bowl of cereal and there's no milk. Mm. Hot dogs need a bun, especially for the mayo. I take and I will eat a bun if I have to. But I just like the hot dog and I make a ketchup mayo mixture and then I dip my hot dog in it. Um, that's how I like to eat my hot dog. But yes, I also like putting milk in first. So what can we say? Wow, it is 212 minutes into the show. So let's go ahead and let's start our bye byes because, wow, it's been 2 hours and 12 minutes. Let's see. Let's check out the poll here. I haven't checked that out the whole birthdays. We have a 21 votes. Root beer first, cherry second, cinnamon third, and licorice has found no love today. Our licorice lovers are not in the chat today. Not in the chat. Remember, one bowl equals one serving. Yes, for that, a big bowl. So that's the best way to diet. Yes, I make a bowl of milk and then I realize there's no cereal. And one bowl and one serving, that's the way. Cereal, turning a bowl of milk into a sugary, artificially flavored drink since 1950. And we have a take care every um, human 2 hours and 12 minutes. No, I said 2 hours and 14 minutes. Uh, silly, silly, silly. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night. Bye. Waste of good milk. No, but I did. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes. And eyes up, Guardians. You too, Atwood. Eyes up. So let's go ahead and do our promos here. We have it blocking out the boredom. I'm bored, so let's build something. These are impromptu build streams. If you follow me on Twix and Threads, you will get the notification when they occur. Also, my morning musing shows are Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. and Sunday at 1 p.m. Just to let you know that this weekend I will not be doing streams. Like you guys know, I'm trying to get my house in order here, trying to get where I can work and get my studio, my whole computer set moved into a studio. I got to get AC in there, got to get a bunch of stuff going. So that is a lot of work. Dad man is at work today. Um, no, I am not trying to psyop you. I am not. But I will not be doing streams this weekend. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Dadman Walking's channel, he is at the movies with Daisy Blossom. They're going to be talking about Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Um, Here is the link to that to go over there and hit the notification so that you can be reminded. No, I will not have it all done by 5 p.m. tonight. It's gonna take, I might be taking weekends off for a while to work on these when I can. So, yeah, Dad Man had a little bit of controversy when he first watched it and said he just thought it was kind of a meh movie. So he's watched it again, and him and Daisy Blossom are going to talk about it tonight on his channel, Dead Man Walking 55. So, yes, Con Dead Man. Yes. The movie with the yummy brain worms. Yes, yes, yes. So that is tonight at 9 p.m. Also, if you would like to support me, you can support me on Kofi or Throne. Both of them are .coms. Mrs.DadManWalking55. One's a monetary and one is a wish list. If you would, like I say, if you'd like to support me, go over there and check them both out. Also, if you'd like to send us something, we have a P.O. box. It's P.O. Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida, 32226. So send us stuff if you would like to. You can send stuff to me, Dad Man Walking, and Angelo, my youngest, who is a streamer on Twitch. I have my streams and VODs on youtube.com at Mrs.DadManWalking55, Twitch TV, Mrs. Dadman Walking. My reminders you can find at Twix at MDadmanWalking and Threads at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. So let's go ahead and check this poll quickly here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Let's find it so we can end it. We have 21 votes. I'm going to end the poll. Root beer is first, cherry is second, cinnamon is third, and licorice is fourth. Thank you all 21 people who have voted for this. And thank you for the 252 subscribers. How many likes do we have? 13 likes that we have. Thank you all so very much for that. So on that note, let me check something real quick here. I do not know how long they're going to stream, but I am going to put Sci-Fi Mombi's link out there. So if you want to try to catch the tail end of their show, it started at noon, and we have gone over that. So if you'd like to go over there after this stream and whoops, when you put it in there, it's not going to work. So yeah, go over there and give a quick hello to them and say, Mrs. Ray. On that note, I will see you guys next time. Remember to be kind, to show love. Remember, you're not promised tomorrow, so go to bed each night with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. On that note, I will say, see you later. Bye-bye.